Hey, we got a load here heading from Cheyenne to Maine, all the way up to Easton, Maine, which is right on the border of New Brunswick. So pretty excited about this run. It's close to about 2,400, maybe 2,500 miles total. This is a nice, enjoyable, long trip. I'll tell you what, this is what over-the-road driving is all about. These longer runs. You know, in the ideal situation, I would have one load like this every week. Maybe one load like this and then just a little load here and there just to get the miles up a little bit more. But I like these long runs. They're very enjoyable. It truly does bring the fun into truck driving when you don't have to deal with shippers and receivers every day, or every other day, however you want to look at it. But last week, I dealt with a very tight situation. I'm gonna post that video here coming up. That was last week, but I did some video editing, put it together. So this was what I was originally intending on doing. I went to the receiver. I had a load there that was delivering to them. Now, the thing is, my truck navigation was going absolutely haywire, dealing with those little streets that are leading to the receiver. That receiver's building was built in the 20s or 30s. So back then, all you had were 40-foot trailers. You know, trucks were not this huge. Now, ever since then, a lot of residential areas started popping up around there. So it's the kind of place you can get into trouble if you take the wrong turn. You go down a street where cars are parked on both sides and you can't maneuver. You know, there are a lot of streets like that all around the US, and a lot of businesses that are still there, but residential houses started popping up and they still request the full-size trucks. In my opinion, that's a big problem with the industry. It leads to problems. But with that being said, I tried to go there the night before just so I could set myself up right. So that I'd already taken a shower, I was already good and fresh to go. I thought to myself, I can park it on the street and maybe even disconnect from the trailer so I'm not blocking the entire street. Yes, that's how tight that place is. You literally will block the entire street if you park your truck there. And plus, there's a legality issue. Even if you park the truck at a L with the trailer, you park it parallel with the curb. Even if you did that and allowed cars to pass through, if a cop drives through, he could give you a ticket for that. But I was willing to go in there the night before, park the trailer in place, and then park, disconnect and park next to it. I thought to myself, man, I'm ahead of the game now. I don't have to deal with morning traffic in this area, which gets to be cumbersome. But I went there, it was so tight, and I started to realize, at that time of night that I was there, I think it was about 10 p.m. or so, right at about 9:30 or 10, I started thinking to myself, you know what, I'm probably gonna wake up every single person within half a mile with all the ridiculous beeping noise that this truck makes when you put it into reverse. That, along with the fact that the diesel engines are pretty loud, and the houses were literally just a few feet in front of me, I tried to maneuver myself in there. I said to myself, you know what? This probably isn't the best idea to keep monkeying around at nighttime, in such a tight place, waking up everybody, because I guarantee you, if I stayed there any longer, people would be waking up, looking outside their window, wondering what all the commotion is about.
Come on, man.
These trucks are loud at nighttime, especially in small residential streets. Backing up, maneuvering, doing all that stuff. Plus, you lose some perception at nighttime on that side there when you're trying to back up. It's a lot more difficult at nighttime. So sometimes you have to know when to call it. And I called it pretty early on. I said, you know what, this is not gonna work. Even if I did back it up, this is another thought that I had. Even if I backed the trailer up to the dock, my trailer has a seal on it. So I would have had to reconnect to my trailer, pull it back out again, open the doors, and then back it up again. So I would have had to do the same thing in the morning anyway. All of this dawned on me at the time. So then I went out and luckily I found a place that was close by that I could park at overnight, which if you know the Chicago area, you know how difficult that is. So I went there the next morning. The guy was telling me sometimes it takes people there 30 to 40 minutes to back up just right. You know, this video camera, like I mentioned in the video, it is misleading. It makes everything seem just a bit wider than it is, especially when you're at low speeds in parking lots. I've looked at some of my videos and I thought to myself, you know, that doesn't look bad at all. You know, when you're looking at it through the wide angle lens, everything looks a little bit easier. Anyway, I'm gonna cut it straight to that video here. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll catch you all next week. We're on the outskirts of Chicago right now. I have a place I'm going to deliver. It's set for tomorrow morning. I decided to go and spend the night there. You know, I've already taken a shower and I'm already good to go. I figure I can miss the entire Chicago morning crap with all the traffic and everything. With big trucks. I've hit so many damn potholes, residential areas around here that I don't want to get myself caught up into. And the navigation has me trying to go into them. And here's the thing, when I get to the shipper, it's such a super tight place that if I back up against the dock, my whole truck will block the entire residential street there. There are literally houses right across from the receiver. I mean, these people choose the worst places. It just goes to show you, when I'm around Chicago or anywhere east of Chicago, you know, let's slice a line down the center of the US. There's so many damn potholes around here. I swear my alignment must be thrown off. You can't even dodge them either, you know, without going into another lane and looking like a drunk person. You just can't avoid it. All right, we gotta go this way here. Let's see if we can make this turn. A right turn into here. So I'm gonna take up, there's no traffic on the road, so I'm gonna take up every bit of room I can in order to make this. Look at this tight place here. It would be tight for a local truck to come through. Maybe I'll just back up against the dock here. Just dimmed my headlights here. So that's the dock there. You see that? My whole tractor and trailer will stick out by the time I back up against there. Not really much of a choice here. I could do some sneaky stuff here. You know what? I'm gonna figure this out. Right over there. So let's see. And I'm tired after driving all day long, so there's not enough room here. My normal dispatcher isn't there, and I called the replacement dispatcher. I told her it looks a little tight here, but she sent me some pictures of other tractors doing it. So if other people can do it, I can too. There's no disputing that. But even if I put this in there, even if I put this tractor and trailer backed up against that dock, I'm gonna have to disconnect, or I'm gonna be blocking the entire road. Goofy ass dock over here. Yeah, I'm officially burned out, guys. I mean, with over the road, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna upload this video now, because it just sounds negative, and I probably sound like a pessimist right now, and everything is going wrong. like that. Hope I don't wake up all these people here. Supposed to get under it. Yeah, I need to do this in the morning. Let's just be honest and candid. A full-size tractor trailer has no business being at the place that I'm about to go to. I went there last night to see if maybe I could park there and get a preemptive start for my day. And that was a failure.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh, jeez, man. I hope I can get through here without causing a scene or an accident. Oh, there goes that truck. Look at this. I'm gonna have to inch up over here. And I got all that traffic coming down there, so I can't even inch up knowingly. It's just one of those deals where you're in the Chicago area, and I consider everything Chicago, you know, everything within 100 miles of Chicago. Oh, that guy's got his mask on, safety, even when you're by yourself, right? All right, let's inch up over here, and of course, let me go up. The best thing to do is to just inch up and then just go. Okay. That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, honestly. I was expecting to be there for a very, very long time. I couldn't hardly see anything with all these trucks. But the best thing you can do is, you know, you stop and then you just start inching up. Now I've got Google Maps. I rarely ever use Google Maps, but my truck navigation was going absolutely haywire with all these residential areas here. So I could not even manually set it in my truck, you know, to add the waypoints on where to go. So this is one of those rare occasions where Google Maps is actually better than the truck navigation. I'll tell you what, when you come to Chicago, if you're not burned out with driving, at least when you're in an 18-wheeler, when you're in the Chicago area. Now it's worse when you start getting closer to the heart of Chicago. I did that in my first, I think it was my first 2 months out as a truck driver. I went to a very tight place where even as a experienced driver, you would have a very hard time. But I went there as a rookie. I have footage of it. You know, I did make, oh, I'm getting a phone call.
What the hell do you want?
This road right over here. Man, this is a tight place here. And look, this camera, I've noticed when I've watched some of my footage, it looks bigger when you're looking at it through the video camera's perspective. But when you're here and you're looking at the road, you can fit the tractor, just the tractor itself. If you put it parallel, the dock is right there on the left, but just the tractor itself will block off the whole road, so there's not a whole lot of room to play around with here. Let's see, I'm gonna turn on my hazard lights and go. I need to call my temporary dispatcher back really quick right now. She just called me and I couldn't answer it.
Wait. It was just a little office difficulty, sir.
Okay guys, I went and checked in and we are ready to do this now. I'm gonna put both windows down. The only way to do this is to have the doors open and back up. So he told me that I have to pop this curb over here. Typically when you're driving trucks, I would not recommend popping the curb with your tandems or your tires at all. And I'm sliding my tandems all the way to the back. He said a lot of the over-the-road drivers do that, so I appreciate the tip that he gave. So this is how you do it. You hug this curb as close as you can. What you want to do is, he said you might even have to go on the grass. He said that, you know, they will not blame me, but he said these residents here, they will throw a fit if I even touch the curb on that side or do anything. Now I have a rule that my steer tire should not touch any curbs whenever possible. And we have more than enough room. I need to get it on that far side over there. So my main concern right now is not to hit that wall on the other side. I mean, you see how this is. This sidewalk should not be here, but you know, I'm sure it belongs to the city and they're in charge of all of this. Now this plant was built in the 40s, so it was never really meant for a full-size truck to come into. I think we got it, and that car might barely just be able to squeeze by. Look at that, just barely. And he went up on the curb over there. I think we got it. My wheel is kind of sticking out, but that should do it. Let's go check the other side there. That was actually very quick. I'm actually proud of myself there. So this is the place, the pole that a lot of drivers have hit in the past, so they put some rocks over there. If this was a new guy, like I said, he said a new person came, it took her about 40 minutes to get backed into here. So now I'm blocking the road somewhat, unless someone wants to pop that curb just to get by. So hopefully they unload quickly. We got this done. I'll put myself on duty for unloading. Yeah, you have to log everything you do. It's a bunch of crap. And then I'm just gonna sit here. When I'm in the street like this, I'm not gonna go in the back and relax and eat some food or whatever. I'm not gonna do all that. Oh shoot, oh no, don't come in here. I don't want that bee to come in here. Wasp or whatever that is. So all these streets around here, like the gentleman that I was speaking to told me that the police will come and pull over 18-wheelers, you know, unless you have a delivery that's coming over here or to another similar area here, they will pull you over. So it's just one of those places. It really is not meant for 18-wheelers. Looks like they're starting to unload me now. Guys, this really could have been a lot worse. I need to see how long it took me to get in here. But that's the importance of proper setup. Now, if I did not pop that curb and get into here the way that I did, I guarantee you, I would have hit those rocks. I would have hit that pole. You see some little marks on that pole. And, oh man, this guy's got to pop the curb too. Yeah, he's popping it. I really do hate this. I suppose I could have kept maneuvering myself to set myself up at even more of a angle. But this is one of those places where you don't want to be goofing around on the street for those extra few minutes, because I got it backed in. You know, they've only got 8 big rolls of paper to take out. So It'll just be quicker just to get it in here, have them take it out. And if someone comes around here and doesn't feel like going up on the curb, there's actually another way out of here. It's actually, you loop around. So those that are popping the curb here, they're doing it by choice. It's not a necessity. So I'm gonna put that disclaimer out there. If you all have any questions, I'm gonna put my email down in the description, and I'll put it down in the comments section. If you have any questions at all, I'll try to answer it in the next video. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good week. I'll see ya.
It is lovely weather we are having. I hope the weather continues. What the hell do you want?